Hi, I'm Leah. Welcome to Band T-Shirts with Leah, a weekly podcast where I talk about a t-shirt from my band t-shirt collection. I usually talk about the t-shirt, describe it a little bit, and then I talk about the show that I went to. Sometimes I also talk about other music interests that I'm listening to at the time, you know, just in case they're interesting to you too, because they're interesting to me. Now, I normally record or will publish on Mondays, but I've been a little bit out of the habit because I've had some IT issues. I'm hoping they're corrected now, but we'll see. I did think, though, it's not a Monday, but you need to get back into the habit of things. So here I'm back, recording, publishing, who knows when. Anyway, I live in Adelaide and I record on Ghana land. So welcome back. Well, welcome if you've never been here before. Welcome back if you've been here before. Whilst a lot of the t-shirts in my collection are black, of course, because of the type of music I listen to and also because black's a very popular colour for a t-shirt, I have a lot of black t-shirts, but not this one. This one is green, and it is, are you ready? Whew. Oh, I keep doing this, even though I don't know what it looks like when I pull it up and whether I've got it in frame or not. Anyway, it's Prince. Yeah, I know, it's a bit of a change from the type of artist that we've been doing. Featured a lot of, I guess, rock, but anyway. Now going into more pop. And there it is, Prince. And this is, like I said, a green t-shirt. And it has yellow writing on it in large, bold yellow writing. It says Prince. And then underneath it in smaller writing it says Welcome to Australia. And then underneath that it has WTAUS in outline yellow writing, also in caps. Anyway, that's on the front, and the back is a motorbike. The back is where a bit more of the interest is, and it is, yeah, it's Prince's head. Well, like a cartoon version of Prince's head. It's not like a photo or something. Anyway, and here's a side profile with like a green hood and then orange and yellow swirling around it. This symbol that Prince was at one time known as before he returned to Prince. And then underneath it, it says again, Welcome to Australia, with the 2 being a number 2. Anyway, yeah, so this is it. This is our t-shirt. Now, because this is, look, I'll just cut to it. I also have a program for this. Now, I don't normally buy programs, and I think I only have 2 or 3 from concerts. Anyway, I have one for Prince. You know why as well though? I think it's because Prince is so visual, and so I thought I should get that. Anyway, so ooh, hang on. You can tell I haven't opened that for a while, can't you? Oh, it is. It's the actual ticket. It is. Well, there it is. Rod Laver Arena. Prince, Tuesday the 15th of May, 2012. Cover up my full name. Is that working? Yeah. I don't know why they used to put our name on the ticket. Anyway, there it is. From Ticketek. How cool is that? And it's not faded because it's been inside here. You know how they all fade after a while if they get exposed to sun? Anyway, that one has not faded. So, gosh, how easily do I get distracted? Anyway, so this is the front and this is the back. And look, we're not going to go through every page. That's excessive. But it is it is more like a coffee table style of book, right? Lots of pictures, lots of pictures of Prince, obviously. Photos of Prince, and we'll just do one more random page. All right, well, this is the intro. There you go. It's a bit of a classic silhouette. I think if you're very familiar with Prince, you will know the type of clothes that he was quite well known for wearing. So there's a bit of a classic silhouette, like with the high collar and then like the kind of wide leg pants to accommodate a platform boot. Anyway, there's also, oh wow, there we go. That is the last one we'll look at, but once I'd made a comment on it, obviously I had to say something. So let me put the t-shirt up and then we'll be back. Yes, so as I just described, this was in 2012 at the Rod Laver Arena. That's right, another road trip to Melbourne. So when this tour was announced, I was working with someone that I would describe as the biggest Prince fan I know. She loved Prince. Look, I'm sure she still does. But yeah, is the biggest Prince fan I know, and we were obviously working together, and we found that he was touring. And so on the day that the tickets went on sale, we had a very productive morning, as you can imagine, trying to secure tickets. Now, you don't need to worry, neither of us work at that place anymore, so we won't get in trouble. I mean, even if you do, it was like 12 years ago, who cares? Anyway, we tried to get tickets to Melbourne because he wasn't coming to Adelaide, and we thought Melbourne was the best option for us. We could do a road trip over together with her and her partner, and it would be like we'd have a great time and everything would be sweet. Anyway, we could not get tickets. We couldn't get tickets anywhere. It sold out so fast. And then I think he did announce some other nights or maybe some additional tickets. So, but that was later on in the day, right? We weren't able to speak to each other when we were trying to source other tickets. So I think I got mine because there was a larger release of tickets, and I just got 2 because that's all I could get. And then she got tickets to see him in Brisbane. Because again, that's all she could get. I think he announced another night there, so she went to see him there. When I was at the show, I bought this t-shirt because I was like, I like this t-shirt. And then she was going to the show after me, and so I think I asked her to get the program. Either that or the other way around. I got the program and then thought, what'd you get a program for? Where's your t-shirt? And then she got me a t-shirt, but I've never worn it. You can tell. I mean, it looks pretty nice, right? It still feels pretty good. Still very nice quality. Yeah, I've never worn it. I think it's because it's like, even though I'm a Prince fan, it's not my personal style. So I've never worn it. I know, I'm terrible. Look, we're going to see some more t-shirts in this series that I haven't worn, and all I can say is I'm not great. Sorry. Alright, so I've got my tickets to Melbourne. She's got her tickets to Brisbane. I've bought 2 tickets and I don't have a plan. Again, classic, right? Look, and anybody who has done this type of thing where you panic buy tickets overseas or interstate, you don't care, all right? All you need is the ticket. Everything else is a secondary concern. So I assume I'm going to drive over there because I love road trips and I love driving in my car Lance at the time, and I'll sort it out anyway. I don't know anybody that can go with me to Prince, so I'm like, I'm still going, obviously, but I'm hoping at some point there will be a white knight on the horizon who says, hey, yes, I want to go to Prince as well. And there was my friend Kendall, who is a great person and great company and also loves Prince. So she was not living in Adelaide at the time. She was living in Canberra, and she said to me, hey, if you haven't got anyone to go to Prince with you yet, I'll meet you there. And she did, so we met there. Although it took me ages to drive in because there's heat. I remember getting in much later than she did. And then, poor thing, she couldn't get into our room because it was under my name. And then, yeah, it just took me ages because of stupid roadworks. But anyway, I got there eventually. We both did. And we went to see Prince at Rod Laver. Sometimes I have to do this to look at my notes. I can't remember everything. You know what I need? Like a teleprompter there. I need a teleprompter, even though this camera is currently chocked up on a tripod on a box. So I think I should get probably a taller tripod before I get a teleprompter. Also, I should get a larger audience before I get a teleprompter. So if you can help me with that, please like, share and subscribe. Ugh. I know I'm supposed to say that, but it doesn't feel good to actually say out loud, to be honest. Anyway, so at this show, he played a large variety of songs because he has such a large back catalogue that he could draw from. So he played like the classics that you would expect, like Raspberry Beret. What else did he play? Little Red Corvette, 1999, Cream, of course. And then do you know, I don't remember that. Sorry, it says in this set list, which I will also post below, that he played Nothing Compares to You, but I don't remember hearing that. I mean, look, it was 12 years ago. 4 million things have happened between then and now. So anyway, now in the encore he did play Purple Rain, and I do remember this because at that time as well there was a lot of the lighting was kind of purple, as you shocker, and there was a lot of like confetti coming down, but not like paper confetti, you know, like the metallic confetti, so it was like flickering as it came down. It looked beautiful and it sounded amazing too, right? Like I remember that because I did think, oh my god, I can't believe I'm hearing Purple Rain. I can't believe I'm hearing Prince sing Purple Rain. Like this is crazy, right? Anyway, that was the first encore. Then there was quite a break. Then he did a second encore, and actually in between those two encores, right, because the lights didn't come on, so even though he'd done his set, there'd been a break and he'd come out and done an encore, the lights didn't come on. So we didn't leave, right? Because as everyone knows, the indicator that the night has really ended is when the lights come on. The lights didn't come on. We sat there waiting quite a long time, and actually during that break I remember my friend Ken saying to me that she'd read something that when people go to see Prince, you can't help but leave with a little bit of a crush at the end of the night if you didn't have one to start with. And she was like, I don't think so. And then she said to me then, she's like, actually, you know what? No, I agree. It's true. Because he had such charisma, such a stage presence, right? Like, it was a great show. Anyway, and we've got heaps of time to chat in this very long intermission. He comes out again. There's a second encore. Like, excellent, great, well done. He goes off. The lights still don't come on. There's another very long break, and people are leaving at this stage now though, because now it's getting a bit like strange. Like what is happening here? Is he really coming back out? Are the lights broken? What is going on here? Anyway, so he did come out for a third encore. Can you believe I almost accidentally did that? Oh god. Anyway, he came out for a third encore. Can you believe that? I could not, especially now, because like if this was the length of the show, this was about the length of all the encores and the breaks in between. That was crazy. And also I don't know how they just let him keep playing, because you know, I mean, you know, they have curfews and cut-offs and stuff. Maybe they weren't so... Maybe they didn't have one then, or maybe it wasn't so strongly enforced. You know, sometimes now I think they're very strict. It's like 11 o'clock, we're done. But look, Rod Laver is not in a residential area, so I think they should be able to make as much noise as they want for as long as they like. But that's because I'm a live music lover, and I feel like if you don't want to listen to live music, don't live near places where they play live music. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, it was a really incredible show. The stage was set out like the symbol, this one. And so it wasn't just flat and then the audience, it was like more like kind of arena. Is that what they call it? Arena style? You know, where you're like, there's more. I don't know how to describe it except to say that it was all around. I think it is arena, or in the round. Is that like, you know, it doesn't matter what they call it. You know what I mean. It's not just focused on a single point, is what I'm saying. And also he has a really incredible band. He always has. And when you see people like this tour anyway, they always tour with the best of everything. You know what I mean? They have a great band. They have it has great production value because the people involved in it are like really high caliber. The lighting is great, the setting is great, the sound is great. All of those things are top notch, because when someone like this tours, they tour with the best. So I think as well, even if you weren't a huge Prince fan, you probably would have enjoyed it because it had really high production values. However, and also you would have known quite a lot of Prince songs because, I mean, it's Prince. However, you might have got to the second encore and the second intermission and been like, bro, what's happening? And maybe if you weren't a big Prince fan, you might have left. Anyway, so that was it. That was Prince 2012 at Rod Laver. Now, following on from this, I was actually thinking, you know, I reckon Paisley Park is in Minnesota. and I was only actually thinking this like about a week ago, and I was like, yeah, oh, you know what, it is. Anyway, I looked it up, and it is only about 30 minutes away from Minneapolis. And if you don't know this, I went to St. Paul in April this year, and I was right near there. I was right near Paisley Park. I could have gone and had a look, because they do like tours and stuff. You can go and have a look around and everything. I don't know. I just, again, this is like thinking but not really thinking when you're going on holiday. You know what I mean? Anyway, if I was properly thinking, I would have gone to Paisley Park and seen the Prince museum-esque type scenario that is currently set up there as, you know, a lasting tribute and memorial to him. Anyway, I didn't, because sometimes I'm an idiot. So, favourite songs. I have a few, I guess, like everyone does. I think, again, because Prince had such an extensive catalogue, it's kind of hard to pick just one. I think if I'm thinking of a classic song, it would be Purple Rain, because I think it's just such an amazing song. Actually, do you know, have you ever watched the Prince's Super Bowl performance? I will put a link to it down below, but you should watch it. It's like it's actually raining, and he does this incredible show. Like, you don't need to like, you know, obviously you don't need to like the NFL or watch football to enjoy it, because the halftime show is obviously an event of itself. So you should watch it, because it's incredible. It's crazy, and it's raining, and he's in like those heels. Like, it's so good. Anyway, Purple Rain is a classic song. It's a classic Prince song, of course. But then a couple of my other favourite songs are probably a little bit less well known, and one is Daddy Pop, which is off the Diamonds and Pearls album, which is an album that my mum got for me. I remember coming home from work one day and she bought me a pair of shorts that were purple, because I loved Prince and purple, of course. Purple's not my favourite colour anymore, but it was at the time. And so I had some purple shorts and a Prince album. Like, hey, look, when people know you, it's nice to be seen. And the other one is Jam of the Year from Emancipation. It's the first song on that album, and it pops like just straight out the barrel pop. So yes, it's very good. As you also know, sometimes I like to talk about a song that's new that I've been listening to quite a lot. And this doesn't always happen, because sometimes I'm just not in the mood. I'm not in the mood for new music. I just want to listen to something I already know and I'm comfortable with. Anyway, that's not the case. This week I have been absolutely cranking Stormzy with Chase and Status. Backbone. Boy, mate, it is such a good song. Look, obviously, you already know I love Stormzy, right? Obviously. But I'm not really a huge drum and bass fan. I don't really listen to it. Well, when I say I don't really listen to it, I don't listen to it. If I'm listening to EDM, it's usually something a bit more like Ministry of Sound, like club classics, club anthems. That's the type of music I listen to. Maybe a bit of Diplo. That's what I listen to. I don't listen to drum and bass. But obviously, I'm going to give it a go if it's Stormzy. But I don't need to worry about just giving it a go. It's so good. It's less than 3 minutes, but it's so good. Also, just as a side, I used to think that Chase and Status was called Chasing Status, because I'd never seen it written down. I'd only ever heard people say it, and it would just run into one word, so I didn't know what they were called. Anyway, I know now. Chase and Status. Anyway, Backbone with Stormzy. It's so good. They performed at a festival not long after the song had dropped, because it was only like, must have come out last week, because then they played on this weekend just gone. Yes. And there's footage from it, and Stormzy is there. He comes in live to play it, and he's in this full 3-piece suit, and he looks incredible, right? Because again, we've talked about this before too. He has full-on stage presence, right? And he's like bouncing down the catwalk, killing it in this 3-piece suit. And I did think, Jesus Christ, he looks like he's been to a wedding. Anyway, then I saw a video later. He had in fact been to a wedding. It was his best mate's wedding. So he was in the wedding, gave his speech, then went to the festival, performed the song, and then went back to the wedding. And that is why he's in a 3-piece suit and looks absolutely incredible, because that's what he was wearing on the day. Anyway, I'll see if I can just mush in a picture here. But I'll probably put a link below an Insta link to the clip from him playing at the festival, because it looks so good. The crowd is loving it too, and especially because the song was only very new. But look, people are like me. I know not everyone is mental like this, but you can listen to that song 5 times in 15 minutes, right? So it's very easy to listen to it like more than 5 times, which is what I've obviously done. Anyway, while I was listening to it though, the first few times I did think, feels familiar, right? And again, I'm not a big drum and bass fan, so I don't really know what all the drum and bass sounds like. So anyway, it made me think of Ronnie Size, which then made me think of Dirty Beats, and so then I had to listen to Dirty Beats a lot as well, because again, I can't listen to a song one time like a normal person. That's not going to happen. Anyway, when I was listening to that was a very good walk down memory lane for me, because it just reminded me of my youth when we used to have full-on house parties. And because my youth was the olden days, the music didn't come from like a speaker connected to someone's streaming platform. Oh no, it wasn't even connected to an MP3 player. It was well before that. It was a CD player, and you had to fight for it, and we always used to fight for it. And one of our friends, he would, actually a couple of them, but one in particular, he would always put on Ronnie Size. And then we'd listen to a couple of songs and we'd be like, it's our turn now. And then he'd be like, no, you already had your turn. Because you got to remember, at this time, we had a very solid divide in our group, which was like grunge, indie, rock, like that vibe, old school Triple J, that type of thing. And then dance on the other side. But really it was actually, I wouldn't even say dance generically. I would say specifically drum and bass. And we would be like, we'd be in a feud about who got to decide what we listened to, and it wasn't going to be just Ronnie Size on repeat. But if you didn't get to the CD player before the next person, your CDs as well would just be whipped out of there, chucked somewhere. Be like, if you're going to take it out, at least put it back in the case, because if it doesn't go back in the case, it's going to get scratched. Now, some people are less anal about those things than others, and despite the chaos of my mind, I am one of the people that is quite anal about those things. Anyway, so then I had to listen to Dirty Beats. And then I actually just started listening to more Chase and Status, because I did think, oh, I'm having a good time here. This is good. I quite like this. And, which did surprise me, because like I said, I'm not really big into drum and bass. So I didn't really know what I was listening to, but it was pretty good. I liked it. Although actually, when because when you just go on the artist, you just press play and you just get a random assortment of songs. When end credits came on, I did think, oh, I know what this song is. Oh, I know what this is. I definitely know what this is. And I also listened to that one a few times. That's also not new, but I also listened to it anyway. So if you're looking for some new music that's less than 3 minutes, so there's no excuse for not at least giving it a go, Stormzy and Chasing Status, Backbone. Do you like to finish with a artist or band that I wish I'd seen, or I'd still like to see? But unfortunately, this one is someone I wish I'd seen, and it's David Bowie. Not this weekend, just gone, the weekend before. I went to a retro screening of Labyrinth, which is actually that Retro Rewind Film Club is run by some friends of mine, so I'll also put a little link to that down below if you live in Adelaide and you like to see a retro movie. Anyway, you've missed Labyrinth, unfortunately, but it was so good. And I was watching and I was thinking, David Bowie, man, so killer. He is so good in that movie. Look, if you ignore the fact that he is playing a centuries-old Goblin King, trying to woo a 16-year-old girl, which is obviously, it is a great movie. If you just think that they just want to be friends, which is still weird though, to be honest, but musically it's a great movie. The puppetry in it is so great. Visually, like everything about it is fun and light and enjoyable, except when you're a little bit older and you realise some of it's not particularly great, and that's the part of it that's not particularly great. Well, not particularly great makes it sound not as bad as it is. It's incredibly problematic, but they don't get together, which is good. We don't need to worry about that icky feeling that they get together. She beats him, she vanquishes him, and everything's fine. Anyway, That's not even David Bowie. That's a character. Sorry. David Bowie did come to Adelaide not long before he passed away, I think. And at the time, I did think to myself, you should go to that. There were still tickets available, and I thought, you should definitely go to that. And I was like, yeah, I should go to that. Anyway, somewhere in my demented brain, I thought, I don't know if you know enough David Bowie songs to go and see him in concert. I don't know enough David Bowie songs. Like, on what planet? On what planet? Even if you are sitting there and there's some songs you don't know, who cares? You're going to know a heap of them. Anyway, and I didn't go. And I regretted it instantly not going because I should have. Because I should have. Anyway, it's too late for regrets now. And that's why now if I see someone, even if nobody else is interested in going or available to go, I just think, I don't care, I'm going anyway. I'll go by myself if I have to. Anyway, David Bowie. If you've seen David Bowie, please let me know what it was like. Anyway, I know it's been a long time between drinks. I know it's not a Monday, and I'm sorry, and I'm going to try to be more consistent. But thank you for joining me anyway. This is a band t-shirt. This is Leah, and this is goodbye. Bye.